All right, fifth grade, and welcome to our first math lesson for post-spring break. Today we're going to be working on spiral review. Well, what is spiral review? Spiral review takes place when skills that have been previously taught resurface throughout the school year and even into future school years. Now, why is spiral review important? Well, it's an opportunity for you to revisit and interact with ideas that you need in order to be proficient at higher levels of work. It also provides you with a chance to strengthen areas that maybe you didn't completely master in previous grades. It also enables me as your teacher to be able to see how are you performing so I can best plan our instruction and what we're going to be doing in the next week and month of math. And also, it reduces the amount of time that we have to spend doing test prep, all right? So for our first spiral review, we're going to be looking at operations. Now you're going to notice that your worksheets are going to look very similar to how they looked over spring break, where you're going to get one of these every day that has 10 review problems. All right? This first column, numbers 1 through 4, is called operations. So we're going to be looking at those operations, and you're going to be putting your name on the lines. You're going to put your name up here, you're going to put your answers on the side. That way, once you get back to me, I can easily check what your answers are. All right, well, let's do a little bit of review for operations. To help us review operations, let's start off with a big addition problem. All right, so let's take 5,205, and we're going to add that to 1,623. All right? Now, when we work with operations like this, what we're going to be doing is, I want you to imagine that there's dotted lines separating each of the columns. All right? That helps me realize that the place value of each number. Now it's just like I'm doing 4 addition problems. 5 plus 3 is 8. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 5 plus 1 is 6. So what did you get for your answer? Well, you got 6,828. And we usually put a comma in between the thousands place and the hundreds place to help us see the difference. All right, now let's take a look at another review operation problem. Let's take a look at, let's say, 5,225, and we're going to be subtracting 718. Again, what I want you to imagine is that there is like a dotted line separating each place value into columns, okay? 5 subtract 8. Now you might want to say 3, but that would be 8 subtract 5, all right? You can't do that. If you go to the store and you have $5 in your pocket and they're going to charge you $8 for the thing you want, you know that you do not have enough money. So what you need to do is you need to borrow. Well, where do I borrow from? I borrow from the next column. So I get rid of this 2. I'm borrowing from it. If I'm borrowing 1 from it, I put the 1 up here. But now that I've taken 1 away from the 2, what does 2 become? Well, 2 has become a 1. And I don't read this as 1 plus 5. Instead, I read it as 15, okay? If you want to rewrite the 5 above it to clearly see how that's 15, you can do that. Now you do 15 subtract 8. And what do you get when you do 15 subtract 8? You get 7. Good. Now we go to the next column. 1 subtract 1. 0. Good. 2 subtract 7. Don't say 5. Remember, if you only have $2 in your pocket and you're at the store and they want to charge you 7, You don't have enough money, so you borrow. Do I borrow from somewhere over to the right? No, I have to borrow from somewhere over to the left. Get rid of the 5. The 1 comes over here. What's 5 take away 1? Well, that's a 4, so 5 becomes a 4. What is this read as? We read it as 12, so I can rewrite it like this if you want to. Okay? 12 take away 7 is 5. 4 take away nothing. Well, what's another way to think of nothing? Another way to think of nothing is 0. So what's 4 take away 0? Well, it's 4. So what did you get as your answer? 4,507. All right, nicely done. Now let's take a look at another review operation. This time we're going to be reviewing multiplication. All right, when I review multiplication, let's say that I've got a big 3-digit number multiplied by a 1-digit number, all right? So let's say I've got 525, and I'm multiplying that by 3. Okay? One way to think about this is that the 3 is going towards this 5. So I say 3 times 5. All right, and this is why we've been working so hard to memorize our math facts. What's 3 take away 5? Not 3 take away 5, 3 times 5. It's 15. But remember, it's kind of like I'm separating everything into columns. Did I multiply by the 2 yet? No, I didn't. So I need to take this 1, and I actually need to carry it. All right? So now I do 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. But now I add this 1. That's the tricky thing you got to remember when you're carrying. I add this 1. When I add this 1, well, what's 6 plus 1? 7. Do I need to carry anything? No, I don't, because 7's a 1-digit number. Now I do 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15 again. But I don't need to carry it because there's no more column over here. So I can write the 15. So what's 525 times 3? 1,575 is your answer. That's what you'd write on the line. All right, we're going to do one more review in this video, and that's review of division, okay? Now, when it says find the quotient, quotient is the same thing as saying find the answer, okay? So let's say I have 225 divided by 5, okay? I'm going to rewrite this like a long division problem. My dividend is the first number. That goes in the box. When you're working with division, the bigger number should always go in the box. That means my divisor is left over. That goes outside the box, and I'm looking for my quotient. What's my answer? All right. Remember the little chant we came up with? Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Say it with me. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up the 2 and the 5, and I'm going to pretend that this problem just says 2 divided by 5. Well, if you have $2 and you're trying to divide it among 5 people, do you have enough money to give everybody an equal dollar? No, you don't. So we put a 0. Now we move our eraser over once. How about 22? If I have 22 divided by 5, $22 and there's 5 people, oh yeah, there's enough money. All right, well, how much? Well, 5 can fit inside of 22. Let's count together. Use your fingers. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Whoa, too big. Try it again. 5, 10, 15, 20. How much is that? 4. So I write 4 up here and 20. I divide it. I multiplied. 4 times 5 is 20. What comes next? Divide, multiply, subtract. What's 22 subtract 20? Just 2. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Bring down this 5. Now it's 25. Well, let's do 5 into 25. Get your fingers ready again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How much is that? 5. What's 5 times 5? 25. Divide, multiply, subtract. 25 subtract 25 is 0. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Is there anything to bring down? No, there's no more numbers over here. So what did I get? My answer is 045. So I'm just going to write my answer as 45. All right, so that is our review of operations, and that's what's going to take you through numbers 1 through 4 on every assignment this week, okay? Tune in for the next video for another review.